Hello, welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program, where I have in the meantime figured out how much fuel I need, and it's approximately 25 units. 20 would be enough easily, but let's say we use 25 now. Control from here, we are ready to undock. Dock. Oh, this one will let us undock. Excellent. And as you can see, once I activate this engine, we have 300 meters left. That's plenty. And let's say we lower our perhaps this a little to get away from the tank. And now we plan for a re-entry burn. And I would like to make use of a little bit of that fuel and go for a slightly steeper re-entry, because I know Mechjeb will mess up as always. So let's say we plan for a 220 meter or so burn. For the landing predictions, well, actually I would be quite happy with that. Yeah, why not? Let's try this. Although if Mechjeb is as bad as always, it will come down short of the KSCs, or maybe on the other hand we are quite steep. I'd like to bring this to 71. Prediction is 71, let's see where we end up. Oh wait, panels as always. Retract the panels, we don't need them anymore. And this drastically changes our prediction to now be almost 70. Well then, let's say 70, that's easy to calibrate. And just in case, let's go slightly south. Just in case we hit the runway. And execute this note. Let's see what happens. The good thing is actually our thrust to weight ratio, once we are empty, is quite nice at 2, so even if we wanted to land propulsively, we could do so. That's reassuring. And let's just use Mechjeb for pointing. Probably end up badly, but oh yeah, and the other thing is we have very much RCS delta V, so we could have deorbited on RCS and reserved the regular fuel for a landing burn. I should have done so earlier. Anyway, let's fix this prediction to exactly 70. Oh, that's okay. And this will give us a nice measure to calibrate future landing burns from. Remaining vessel mass is about 3.6 tons, so yeah, pretty light for this amount of area. So far we are... Actually, the prediction is pretty good so far. We'll probably end up at 70 or a little bit further. And we may lose some RCS ports. Tank is now also showing up. Or is it the engine? I'm not sure. Engine is still okay. That's the risk with these steeper re-entries, that the heating is actually worse. But we might still get through it. Okay, so the prediction is not too bad. And we might actually aim straight for the KSC in the future. That way we will have about a tenth of a degree leeway. Oh god, okay, so much for keeping straight. Yeah, that's not happening. Even with RCS. That was rough. I have no idea why it suddenly decided to just go off so far. Also, we should arm parachutes. Okay, so definitely no pinpoint landings with that, because as you can see, that threw us off very much by over 2 degrees of inclination. Also, for some reason I still get the RCS noise, but yeah, whatever. At least parachutes will not be a problem at all because our speeds. Stroke shoot full deployment, and mains will come up shortly. Okay, about 70 degrees. Yeah, I think aiming straight for the KSC might be okay with that. We go for such a steep re-entry, and then we will not be off by too much. Still have a connection? Yes, we do, just barely, with the tank, of course. Like the single parachute is a little bit off center, but that should not matter. Okay, let's also have a look at the tank in orbit. Where are you? Oh, it created a new vessel there from it. Well, anyway, it's a lot better now, fuel-wise. Doesn't have room for a full one of these, so for the time being, we should be okay. 5 meters drop speed is also good. We could even use some of our fuel to further reduce this. And that's a nice and safe landing. Keeping upright easily, that's also good. Center of mass is reasonably low. Okay, so really nice recovery there. Of course, getting salt into the engines, seawater is not what one wants ideally, but actually the water landing may be preferable to falling over on land. 95.7% because of the distance less than 50 kilometers. But as you can see, even if you were to lose this stage, it's only half the price of the solid rocket booster stage. So maybe I should worry less about that. The 2 parachutes are contributing 400 and 900, 1300 credits to this. So yeah, oh, that's still okay. Was quite successful, I would say. More than I expected. What else can we do? Technology-wise, we are close to unlocking meta materials finally. Still in progress, and a couple of the Moon Tourist bays are still in progress of being built. Rescue relief threat. Oh, and that's something that is probably hit course correction. No, it's already the capture burn, okay. See what this maneuver looks like. Already 2? No, that's okay. That's just the capture and phasing burn for the leaflet wreckage, okay. Well, but before that we will have the science, so let's have a look at what we will unlock there. This should have unlocked a lot of the procedural tank options. Up from bottom, Clampotron, Construction Port, Senior. At some point we may need that. Well, let's wait. A PAL, that's something from USI. More Clampotrons. With, what's that? Why is this thing 2 tons? I have no idea. I mean, it only has half a ton of fuel. Whatever. Pressurized attachment, the airlock, that's reasonably nice looking. And then we have Higgs station container, another Higgs station container, and the regular Clampotron docking port senior. This we will unlock right now. And then this small X, the tri-adapters, which we could have used earlier. More adapters, nose cones, a large docking port, procedural fairings upgrade. Yes, I want that, but first I want all of the variants of the Clampotron. Action port as well. Now we can, where's the fairings upgrade? Yes. Some more junctions, a grappling hook, and yeah, that's from Godspeed. It's like a 2.5 meter. These are like 2.5 meters, so slightly larger. X4, which actually has a proper command pod inside, although at relatively high electric charge usage, and also a bit of reaction wheel, so it's not just a heavy something. Let's see, assert, whatever. Oh, that one, well. And a oh, that's expensive. It's like the smaller goo container we had with 2 samples, just for the material science experiment, but seriously, 30,000? Yeah, right. Let's get these. We need these anyway. 3 and times 4. And the rest we will unlock later. The main reason for getting this node was really the unlocks of the procedural parts. See what else. Spaceplane hangar will be upgraded soon. Let's watch it. Yay! Bigger spaceplane hangar. And completion of this one is just before. Anything else? 5 hours for the runway, the astronaut complex, and all of these sciences. But before that, let's perform this node. Oh. Oh, what do we have here? 2 engineers, well. An organ, were they? Yeah, they were on my list of people to send to Minmus. Let's see. Next maneuver was just for dummy purposes. We have a 0.6 kilometer intercept. So let's fine tune that to 30 meters as always. Move this one, and the encounter here will be in 2 hours 50. That's not great. Well, we will have done the solar orbit training stuff before that. But it will be a tight call. Execute next node. We could have gone for a 2-orbit intercept, but I think we will manage just barely. It's the last of the B-class solar orbit training missions, or is it? Yes. Meter burn, so let's say, yeah, 0.4 seconds would be okay. Oh, that's not great. It's before the return burn. So maybe we should do the maybe if we do the rendezvous burn first and then deal with the solar orbit training mission, and then come back here to complete the transfer. Can I get there earlier? Something I could do, yes, we can fix that. So intercept target at a chosen time after 30 seconds, and I want to be there in 59 minutes. Create node. Oh, remove all nodes. Create node. Delete. Yes. Let's say 0.3 meter. Yeah, whatever. Then we have to fine tune again because we don't want to hit the target. Let's see what happens now. Create node in, no, not this. Match velocities, where are you? Here. In 59 minutes, that's before this one, excellent. And it's again a 10 meter burn, so we subtract 0.4 seconds. Basically we take a slightly faster approach to the target, and since this is all so far out from Minmus, it really does not make much of a difference. You probably spend less than a meter per second extra. I'm fine with if it means I do not have to deal with conflicting maneuver nodes. Yeah, 0.4 wasn't enough. Should have used a bit more, but we're still close enough, that's okay. What kind of wreckage is this? Let's see. We could even take this down with us onto Minmus. Yes, we will do that. Okay. Okay. In 6 minutes we need to be back here. And reminder, in 5 minutes at alarm. Now, let's go here. Of this solar orbit business. So much stress. Okay, point towards curbing. Like here. Like whenever node looks good. Absolute spot on. That's the reminder that we actually rescued him, except we didn't yet. Come on. Oh, 30 more seconds. Okay, we are in solar orbit. Everybody now quickly get there. Let's see, any signs? No, okay. EVA, yes, done. Pro EVA, yes, done. Catray, EVA, done. Ethos, EVA, done. And point to the maneuver node. This maneuver will take, oh, we first need to arm. Oh, we can't arm, okay. Well then, cute, not auto warp, please. Come on. Well, now time is over anyway. I really just wanted to shift this. And now I messed up the burn by shifting it even more. Excellent. Hello. Well, that's okay. We did badly enough. Let's set the re-entry node, and that's it. Delete. Remove this. Solar training B6. Remove this. I want a new node, please. Oh. Re-entry. Thank you. Close. Done with it. Don't need this anymore, and we can jump back here and finally actually rescue the person. But before that, let's check whether we have a tool. If we have a screwdriver, then we can attach this capsule. If not, then he will have to EVA over. Oh, let me check inventory. No tool, no tool. Well, that means that we will not, and there's also no inventory. Okay. So, you will have to walk. EVA, go back. Can we rename this? Yes. Debris, okay. EVA again. Let go, and let's move over. Wrong side. Right. Oh, was the correct side. Grab and board. Okay. And now point as retrograde. I really don't want this anymore, and get away from here into a lower orbit. Okay, that's far enough for the moment. And I will have to select the landing site because these people will also need to land. But I can do all of that off camera because you have seen a lot of these landings. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the landing of the recoverable tanker. And I hope to see you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye bye.